Editor Scott Palmer. Scotty, let's go out to Prince's Park first of all, and it's rather unusual in Australian rules to have an own goal, but I believe we had one today.
Yes, well, if Jason Dunstall gets to 100 goals this year, Pete, and I'm sure he will, it won't be his 100th, it'll be his 99th, because Jason admitted to us after the match today that one of his 9 goals today was kicked by Mark Boss. The goalie went like that and credited to the Hawthorn player, but it was one of those own goal experiences.
John Devine wouldn't be happy with that either, I guess.
No, well, John Devine still can't believe that he's in the 5 tonight. He said, when we start winning games, will be a certainty, he said. But he's got Gary Hocking injured tonight, and things don't look too well down at Cardinia Park.
Well, they look a lot better at Victoria Park. Collingwood obviously handled the heavier conditions much better than the Swans.
Well, David Cloak went out to the Royal Children's Hospital this morning to see his little daughter Jodie, who's sick in there. She wanted a radio so she could listen to her dad play for the Magpies. He went out to Victoria Park and played another great game. He's 4th best on the ground, in some say. Lee Matthews, of course, was pleased that Collingwood's backline is the only one now with less than 1,000 points kicked against it, Pete.
Yes, they've got 879 at the moment. Not a happy homecoming for Hafey?
No, well, he tried 6 forwards this year and he said none of them worked. He only kicked 2 goals a day, and it's quite significant too that the forward he gave away or who went to the Brisbane Bears, Warwick Kappa, this season is on the shaky ground at the Bears. He could be dropped next season. Well, next week, I mean.
Speaking of the Bears, Scotty, I understand they came away from the MCG with a few injuries today.
Yes, they've got Rodney Eade with a groin injury and Roger Merritt with a bad calf muscle injury, and they could be doubtful. And Peter Knights has said that there might have to be some major changes next week. Kappa probably will stay there, maybe, because his local club, Southport, hasn't got a game this weekend, and they wouldn't want to leave him without a team to play with.
Scotty, let's move through the other games quickly. Mickey Malthouse could be in trouble, as I understand it, because he spoke to the umpires, or an umpire, 3/4 time.
Well, no reports were lodged from that match, but he did go over near the circle, and when we asked him what he said, well, I went out there because the wind was blowing, my throat was sore. When he asked about the umpires, he said, I'm making no comment on the performance of the umpiring.
Baldock happy?
No, he's not really happy. He said that it wasn't a good game. All he could see from it was the fantastic form of young Nathan Burke, who picked up 40 possessions in the day. He said that, you know, it was a scrappy old game, but he was lucky to get the 4 points.
We've just seen what happened at Veerfell Park. Quickly, how did you sum that up?
I've just lost my earpiece. I'll be with you in a minute.
You've lost your earpiece, Scotty.
Yeah.
Keep fumbling, mate.
But it was
we'll sum up VFL Park quickly. We've seen what happened. How did the coaches see it, though?
Well, it was the first time Robbie Walls has lost 2 games in a row mid-season with Carlton, and he was very distressed. But he's got the Magpies coming up next week, and we asked him about that, and he said, well, we can look at it 2 ways. We can lose 3 in a row, or we can make this a terrific challenge for the Blues, and that's the way I'm going to do it next week.
OK, Scotty, thanks for that, and we'll get you some Tarzan script for next week.
OK, Peter.
Thanks, mate.